The establishment of a community marriage policy has been accomplished thus far in 186 American communities. Clark County today becomes the 187th.
I'm Bruce Jones. I'm pastor of Mount Carmel Missionary Baptist Church here in the city, and I'm for this 100%.
I'm Pastor David Frank from First Assembly of God Church on Burnett Road in Springfield. We're excited to be here because all of us have passed an accident in the making, and you had to pull over.
As one pastor eventually said at the signing, to see a crash at the side of the road and have the ability to help them and not stop is unconscionable.
At the time, I was director of Job and Family Services and had children's service responsibilities, and we could see the pain that dysfunctional families, that disrupted families caused.
So many children were falling into the same traps that we'd been working so hard to keep them out of.
In Clark County, we were surprised, frankly, at what a big issue it was.
Too many getting pregnant, going to jail, getting involved in drugs, and so many things which were sidetracking their lives and their careers.
It just affects every part of the family, which then affects everything that they do and every interaction they have.
We needed to do something because our marriage disruption rate was twice the national average.
There was such a high divorce rate at the time. I think it was like 103%.
We didn't talk about our day-to-day life together. We weren't sharing anything together. So I think that's when I realized that our marriage was in trouble.
There are many, many people who wear wedding rings and claim the same last name who do not have a relationship that's healthy or a marriage that thrives.
So I started looking at houses and thinking about what it would be like to not come home to my kids every day and to not give them baths and to not tuck them in a bed at night, and it tore me up.
Bob and Wally Martinson had been to a conference in Chattanooga, and we're really impressed with the model to use best practices to better prepare, strengthen, and restore marriages.
And it really opened my eyes. I didn't appreciate the success that marriage relationship programs were having.
When Bob, talked to me about it, and I said, well, that's interesting that you have a potential, way to address the issue, but I don't know anybody that could help with that. Why are you looking at me?
My name had come up as a potential catalyst to champion the model and garner support from local clergy and community leaders to get behind that.
Here is Bob with, a template for a potential really great way to address the problem, and Jeff and Jill are presenting themselves as being super interested.
Well, it was a steep learning curve. We knew a little bit, Jeff being the counselor and me being close by his side. We knew a little bit.
It was interesting and exciting at the same time to see that we were going to be able to make a difference.
It speaks well for our community how they embraced, they recognized the problem, and they embraced that there could be a solution, and how can we work together to have that solution.
And to have the Marriage Resource Center available and willing to serve this cause over the last 10 years. The stats speak for themselves in terms of the drop in the divorce rate.
I have had the great opportunity of working with people who came alongside the Marriage Resource Center and offered themselves as mentors.
I just hope we have, many years of continual working with couples and helping couples get on the right foot to make their relationship work so that it is a lasting and loving one.
That's a huge gift to the community.
I think it's going to impact future generations. It's going to impact our city for years to come.
And we're now at 10 years. We'll be paying dividends into the community for the next 50 years.
It's just a much happier home. We have our hiccups, but I think our kids are grateful, and they seem like they're a lot happier seeing their mom and dad in love with each other and not just two parents raising them.
This is dirty work that they do, to go into people's marriages and talk about the things that go wrong. I gotta think that that's uncomfortable, and I'm so glad that there's someone out there who is willing to get uncomfortable with people, because does save marriages. It saved this marriage from one couple that you saved. I just want to say thanks.